engagement is going to be on the mixed zone for more questions. And we can start. Don, how are you?
I'm great.
Good.
Good to be here.
Don, terrific season and growing of MLS with 23 years of the MLS growing on everything, on the ratings and the audiences. What is that drive this success of MLS in the United States?
Well, first it's great to be here. I appreciate everybody coming out. You know, there isn't one single thing. It really does start with the original plan. And while there's lots of people around the world that think differently about that plan, without that focus on partnership and a unique structure, MLS isn't what it is today. There's been a deep, deep commitment to understanding that sometimes you have to pivot. That originally we were playing in big football stadiums, and then we built a bunch of soccer stadiums, and we had 70,000 on Sunday in a big football stadium. So you have to recognize as an emerging business that you need to evolve and to think differently about what your thoughts were today and what they might be today and tomorrow. We've obviously done the same thing around our player strategy. What was a name designated player is now a impact designated player, and is now hundreds of millions of dollars in youth development funding. So I think there's a lot of things that the league has done, but I think the most important part is our country is a soccer nation.
Yeah.
And I say countries, the US and Canada, and there's an enormous movement, if you will, to get behind the sport. And MLS has been one of the drivers of sort of this soccer nation value for everybody, not just for us, but our media partners, our partnering leagues and federations, and everybody else that loves the game.
Incredible, with 75 foreign players playing on MLS. Is I think it was like 35 of those playing on the World Cup, representing the different countries. And talking about the soccer nation, I imagine the Mexican represented here with Yon de Luisa, I'm sure is a big part of this, of your audience. And John, could you tell us a little about, especially on how you growing the fan base, and here in the US, of course, is one of the biggest Latin ethnics that is here. What are you doing with the conversation with your relationship with Soccer United? What are you doing with your partnership with Univision or other sponsors? Could you tell us a little about that?
Of course, Dario, I'm happy to be here, happy always to be with my friend Don and to share these experiences with Soccerex USA. We have had this strategic partner for over 16 years, Don.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this has been a natural strategic relation where we have both grown together. And I think that puts us in the best possible position to continue the growth. We have several divisions within our relation. Obviously, we have our annual tour, which, to give an example, in the last 5 years, we have been in over 19 venues, wow, exploring not only the natural markets where there's a huge Mexico's origin fan base, but also exploring new markets. We were a few weeks ago in Nashville. It was a fantastic experience, good match. USA, Mexico, two young teams, looking forward to the near future. So first thing is to have a very good annual tour. Secondly is to have also strategic partners among our sponsors. And I think has been a tremendous effort from some side in order to get extremely good companies, not only on their actual business, but how they want to relate with the fans. And that is something that we are working together in order not only to have these good companies in terms of US market, but also if we can share these type of sponsorships throughout the border. That's something that we're looking forward.
John, are you talking, for example, Coca-Cola is an MLS sponsor, is a Mexican national team. Of course, they are represented in both countries. Are you talking both sides of the Rio Grande?
even though there are different companies, or I'm sorry, different offices within the same company, yes, we are talking with many of them, and with some strategic partners. Like a few months ago, or longer than that, we found this Delta and Aeromexico sponsorship. Delta for the US, Aeromexico for south of the border. And we believe that the greater value that we can give our sponsors, more sponsors and the better brands will like to relate with Mexico's national team products.